Hi guys, welcome to another Gold Lap Guide. This time we take on Road Atlanta with the Porsche Spyder 918 in the Michelin Time Trial Challenge. I've currently got a gold time, so I'll show you what I did to achieve that. Now this isn't the easiest car to drive, so stick around to the end, I'm sure you'll pick up a few helpful tips. Now, I like to exit the last corner in 4th gear to start the lap. Be very careful, very easy to go wide on throttle. First braking point of the lap is just as this fence ends on the left hand side, and we're going to go down to 3rd gear. So we're hard on the brakes for a brief moment, down into 4th, down into 3rd, and we trail off the brakes as we start to turn in. Once you get to the apex, hit the throttle fairly hard, but try to stay more to the right of the track than left. Don't go too far left because you'll need to open this next corner up. As I come to this corner, I'm off the throttle, starting to dab the brakes, full brakes just now, down to 3rd, take plenty of curb, no problem. Now you're just going to regulate the throttle around here. I like to go 3rd here and the 4th on the next bit. Just on and off the throttle, just to get the car turned. It's very understeery. Next braking point is just before this curb juts out on the right hand side. So somewhere around where this arrow is, I like to brake around there. Now it feels really early compared to a GT3 car, but this car hasn't got the best stopping power, so you need to allow a bit more time. So we're going to go down to 3rd gear for this corner. I'm just going to avoid taking too much speed into this corner, try and set up a good exit. So use all this curb on the right hand side, down to 3rd gear, get it hooked into this left hand side, get back on the throttle as early as you can. Make sure you don't go 4 tyres over that white line because you'll get a penalty. And away we go down this straight. Next braking point is just as the car starts to flatten out after going over this little crest, somewhere roughly where this arrow is, and I like to go down to 3rd gear. Now it's not the easiest one to get right, easy to overshoot this corner and brake too late, but just try and feel the car flatten and then get on the brakes and you should be okay. So approaching the corner, down to 4th, hard on the brakes, down to 3rd, trail it in. There's a bit of camber on the inside of this you can use for a little bit more turning, should help with this car. Next braking point, somewhere halfway along this curbing on the left hand side, not quite sure exactly where it is. There are a couple of little lines on the track you can see just to the right of this arrow. If you can spot those, then feel free to use those. Otherwise you are sort of eyeballing this a little bit and it can make it a little bit tricky. Again, this corner is off camber on the way in as well, so you'll be mindful of that. We're going to brake down to 2nd gear here and just try and get the car rotated and get back on the power, up into 3rd, back on the power nice and early for the best exit possible down this straight. And as always guys, if you get any value out of this at all, or if it's helped you in any way, then please do hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I massively appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Coming up to the last little sector now. Next braking point is where this motul sign is. Now this again will feel really early, but you got to remember you're going down a hill or over a crest and down a hill here, so the braking capacity is reduced in a car where the brakes are not very good anyway. So be mindful of that. It'll feel early, but you'll soon realise it's not. So hard braking down to 3rd gear, and you don't want to take too much speed through this first bit, so be nice and conservative. Take plenty of curb, stay around the middle of the track, which opens up this next bit. Take plenty of curb here and get on the throttle as early as you dare. Use all that circuit on the left hand side for a good exit. Now this last little bit is a little bit tricky. Around the edge of this curbing on the left hand side, I like to just come off the throttle. Now on this example I'm a bit late with this and I have to use a tiny bit of brake, but if you just come off the throttle just there and turn the car in, you should be able to then hit the accelerator back at the apex of the last corner and it should be okay. So we'll just see as I go through here. I'm a bit late getting off the throttle. I've had to use a little bit of brake to get the car turned in. You can use all that curb on the right hand side and across the line for a 1 minute 15.479, which is good enough for 1.3% at time of recording and 38th in the world. Now the corners come at you quick and fast around this circuit. Click this video right here to find out how to use your eyes to get more speed and consistency in your driving. Thank you very much for watching guys, take care, I will see you on the next one, cheers.